Hi Cancer, welcome to Carol's Universe, tarot readings from the heart. Hope you guys are really well. So today is your March 2017 month ahead reading, okay? To let you know what deck of cards I'm using for March, Cancer, it's the Smith-Waite Tarot Deck Centennial Edition. I always use the Rider-Waite Smith-Waite deck because I think they're the best just for the pictures on the cards. Your advice card is the Angel Answers deck here, so we'll use one from them. Remember, it's Doreen Virtue and Rabbi Valentine. So without further ado, let's see what's happening for you guys in March. Universe Spirit, show me Cancerians in March. What's coming in for the zodiac sign of Cancer in the month of March 2017? Show me what's coming in for the zodiac sign of Cancer in the month of March 2017. Cancer, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Cancer, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. What's coming in for the zodiac sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon and Rising signs in the month of March 2017. Show me what's coming in for the zodiac sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Cancer, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Cancer, Sun, Moon and Rising signs in the month of March 2017. Show me. Right, so we've shuffled the cards. We're going to split the deck into three as I usually do. And we're just going to put down... Okay. You know, you've got money cards all over this reading, really. Just going to get some clarifiers in there. You might be leaving a work of place behind, or you might be leaving a certain belief system behind in the month of March 2017. Cancerians, okay, but it's all good because I feel that you're moving on to better times here. I really believe that you're starting. It could be a new spiritual journey coming in for you Cancerians, I feel, in the month of March 2017. And I feel that because you're reaching a new belief system, it's almost like things are starting to manifest for you. There's a quick manifestation thing happening for you guys, maybe in the month of March 2017. Interesting. Okay. Just getting some of the clarifiers up here. Alright, so I feel some of you guys, you know, the You Now position Cancerian says that we've got the Hierophant and the Eight of Cups. Now, the Hierophant for me is a card about spiritual beliefs. It's a card about spiritual investment, spiritual knowing. So you might have been, and it's a religious card as well. So this is based on, you know, the Trinity, the Holy Trinity. It's based on Catholicism for me as well. Just the way that the priest is all garbed up in those outfits. It reminds me of somebody who is, you know, within a Catholic church maybe, or has been brought up in a very traditional type of religion. And I feel that with the Eight of Cups, it says, well, I'm kind of letting go of all of that, all right? It's interesting because, you know, this card for me, yes, it is very spiritual. It's about religion, but it's also about the union and marriage and partnerships that we form with others. It's also about groups. So there's many things when it comes to the Hierophant we can talk about here. So when you talk about groups, it could be a group within the corporate environment, it could be a governmental group, it could be a group within the education department, it could be a hospital, for example. This can represent health, that type of thing. I do feel that there is a certain arch or something that has been very protective or very kind of, how can I explain it to you? Because the Hierophant is such a wide thing. All of these cards, there's a real wide knowledge stream to what they say. So it's not always based, Cancerians, on the one thing. It just isn't. So as a general reading, it's like if somebody says, you know, what should I do about my marriage? We've been going through problems for a long time. If I had this Hierophant, it might be, if I had the Eight of Cups and then the Hierophant, I might say, well, seek marriage guidance. You know, the Eight of Cups is the seeker, the Hierophant is the marriage guidance. So I might say, well, seek marriage guidance with those two cards. However, we've got the Hierophant and then the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups, for me within tarot, I look at where the cards are facing, and we've got a back that's not walking to the Hierophant. So it's not seeking as its voice, it's walking away from it. So I feel that there's something for some of you guys that you're leaving behind now, whether that's a spiritual belief, Cancerians, whether that's a group of people that were possibly very, very, how can I say, they were very influential. This can sometimes be like a religious sect, that type of thing. You know, whether it was a marriage or a union, whatever the case might be, whether it was a job with your education, government or whatever. I see some of you guys maybe dispersing with that. And I feel that as a result of that, in the present, we do have a King of Pentacles. And it's funny because King of Pentacles is a Taurus and so is the Hierophant. So some of you guys might be, and this is you guys, Eight of Cups is water sign. So this is you guys, you might be walking away from a Taurus. And as a result of that, you know, it might be that the... I mean, it might, you know, it might not be, it might be that you've gone on a break from a partner or something like that, you know, because the Taurus guy here in the present is at peace. Four of Wands, Four of Swords shows up here. So, you know, it might be for some of you guys, you are taking a break. Sometimes Eight of Cups isn't always walking away. Sometimes it's taking a break from something. Some of you guys might be taking a break. And as a result of that, it might be in the present. If this person could be another person here. It's not you because you're water. So, King of, not unless you've got Earth in your chart or something like that. King of Pentacles here, taking a break. Four of Swords. Four of Swords represents to take a break. It represents to some of you guys, especially if you're walking away from a job or something that's been very that's sheltered you for a long time, because the Hierophant can represent words like charity and shelter. So if there's been something that's been sheltering you for a long time, you decide to kind of disband with it. In March 2017, whatever that might be, it might just simply be a belief system that's given you comfort, but now it no longer serves you. So it might be that you were raised a Catholic and you decide to become a Buddhist. Do you see where I'm coming from? So it's, you know, it's up to you. As a result of that, I feel that you're, the King of Pentacles represents status. So it might also be that King of Pentacles, kings are in charge, but also when you get a King of Pentacles, this is about worldly matters. So it might be that you're taking a rest from worldly matters, or you're taking a rest maybe, if this isn't a person, it might be that you're taking a rest or you're taking a break from some form of responsibility here. I just get that you're taking a break from responsibility, because for me, one of the key words for the King of Pentacles is responsibility, but it's all kings are responsible. King of Cups is responsible for his emotional well-being. King of Wands is responsible for his creative well-being, his entrepreneurial well-being, you know, his career well-being. King of Swords is responsible for his mental well-being, and the King of Pentacles is responsible for his material well-being. So you're responsible for keeping those things together when you're king, right? You're responsible. So another word we can use for a king is to be responsible in all of those areas within our lives. So when you're a King of Pentacles, it's about being responsible with the money you have, but it's also about being responsible about the world around you as well, because Earth is not just money and material things, it's also the world that you live in, all right? So it's also earthly matters, okay? So earthly matters like paying a bill, for example, or having to put food on the table. So, you know, King of Pentacles can be this type of guy who's responsible for everything, because he is the caregiver, he is the home, you know, the homemaker, he is head of the household. This is why he's considered to be one of the best kings that a woman could marry, because he's not only, you know, he's very status driven, but he's not only very status driven, he's very, you know, he's very responsible. So he earns money and he makes sure that, you know, food is put on the table, the kids are looked after properly. He's not, You know, he doesn't shun. He's a proper guy. If you look at this guy, all right. Not that I'm being sexist, because women can do the same thing. Be male or female. This is to be responsible about the world you live in, about the home you live in, about the people that you're with. Just responsible for people and for yourself. It might be that you're taking a break from that, because we can see the external factors is that you seem to be walking away from the Hierophant. This might be the belief system that you've held for a long time, that you've got to do something, or it might be that you've been in a job for a long time with that Hierophant, working within the education sector, government, whatever it is, and you want to take a break from it. And as a result of that, you're kind of relinquishing maybe. Some of you guys might have been kings or managers. So you might have worked within investment, or you might be the manager of some form of HR, or you might be in charge of money where you are, working with money. It might be that you're taking a break from maybe a position that you're in with that King of Pentacles energy. The root cause of that is some of you guys might have decided that you want to go travelling. You've got that Chariot card, and that means travelling, and you've got the Sun. So some of you guys might have decided, well, actually, you know what? I want to just go travelling. I want to, and also with the Chariot is a progressive card, so it represents not just travel, Cancerians, but it also represents, well, I want to move on. I want to experience something else. I want to just try something else. So it might be, for some of you guys might be travelling and seeing the world, potentially with the Sun card, going to a different place, because it just seems that you're relinquishing something here that might have been kind of like, you know what, I've been with this an awful long time. Whether it's a marriage, whether it's a job, it just seems like it's tired now. And it's almost like you're taking a break from some form of responsibility. And that's because, you look at both these cards. Look at this one. Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant looks fairly stuffy and stuck up. And you can see this person is in garb, yeah? They're all trussed up in garb. They're very like this. And then you get the Age of Cups. It's like, see you later type of thing. This is a progressive card again here. So somebody's leaving spiritual beliefs behind, religious beliefs behind, marriage behind, perhaps a job behind that they've been in for many, many years, a protective order behind. And therefore, I feel that there is the relinquishing of some form of control or some form of responsibility, or maybe a highfalutin job, with this king being somebody who's responsible, especially in terms of earthly matters. So it could be that, you're taking a break on having to kind of keep everything together in the home, that type of thing. Maybe you're abandoning beliefs that you should be responsible for stuff in the home, whatever the case is. And that's because in the distant past, or the root issue is the Chariot. Now, the Chariot and the Sun card for me are both cards about freedom. All right, so this is where we are traveling, maybe to the Sun, or maybe you have finally overcome obstacles and you can see clearly on a situation here. As a result of that, I feel that you're very, very defensive with the Seven of Wands, of a new belief system with the Magician, because the Magician represents to have a new belief system. All right, the Hierophant is not a new belief system as far as I'm concerned, because this represents something. It's a traditional card. So it represented sometimes, when you get the Hierophant, a tradition that you've been brought up with through many, many years, which is what makes this card about piety, about belief systems, about adhering to the norm, about adhering to a conventional way of thinking, because it's something that you've probably been raised with for many, many years. And somebody's abandoning that because they need to take a break on all of this responsibility that they've got, in whatever sphere that is, work, love, religion, whatever it is. Possibly overcoming obstacles and seeing the truth of the Sun, or just travelling to the Sun, a different place. Very determined for some of you guys as a result of this. Seven of Wands is also determined, possibly to start something new with the Magician here. And your help is, I'm going to read this as a challenge, it's your help. The Eight of Wands represents speedy. With the Star, it could be speedy recovery, because the Star is healing and the Eight of Wands is all about things that move quickly. But also it could be that you get the Star, it means manifestation. So speeded up manifestations. And I feel that you guys, some of you guys are letting go of something here, and it looks wonderful. It really, really looks wonderful, because something is speeding up for you in March, because you decide to let go of whatever this belief system was. So yeah, I think that there is definitely this, this kind of break with tradition, whatever that tradition is. You know, a tradition can be how you've been raised, your spiritual beliefs. A tradition can be that you've been in a marriage for 10, 15 years and you're bored of it, you're fed up with it. It's just got so, you know, lacking and boring and all the rest of it. A tradition can be, you know, that you've been in a job for over 20 years and you just need some form of a change. I think I'll go from my top governmental job to running my own pig farm. You know, it's those types of things that you're looking at, okay? So I see a break with tradition. Now, it's interesting because the crowning area is showing the Queen of Pentacles and the Tower. To me, this is security and stability are kind of erupted. There's a change because you get, when you get cards like the Queen of Pentacles, even though we look at queens and we say, okay, so the archetype of a queen is somebody who, how can I say this, Cancer, is somebody who does something, all right? So a queen wouldn't necessarily show somebody walking away. A queen shows a person. So when you get queens and kings, it doesn't show them taking the action, but it shows what they do. So, for example, somebody like, we could say the archetype of King of Pentacles, what we've got here. This is a family man. This is somebody who has worked his way up to the top. This is somebody who is a manager. This is somebody who is very well to do. They've probably got a few quid in the bank. This is a mature man, probably 35 upwards. This is somebody who's possibly married or he's looking for the perfect wife, perfect partner. Looks-wise, he might be dark-haired, dark-eyed. Doesn't have to be, though. Astrologically wise, might be a Taurus individual, usually, because he's under this astrological sign of Taurus. This is somebody who's very wealthy, very abundant. This is somebody who is very, very focused on the material aspects of life. So his woman's got to look good. His friends often have got to look good. This is somebody, how is he built? Maybe the archetype is about 6'2", very well built guy. What else can I think about the King of Pentacles? He likes to go out. He's very, very picky over the type of people that he associates himself with, so he can be a bit toffee-nosed at the best of time as well. All of these things. So when you look at queens and kings, Queen of Pentacles, very kind, very nurturing, very loving. As a job, she's probably a financial advisor, somebody think like that. She probably works in investment. She can work as a nurse as well. She can work as an estate agent, so can the King of Pentacles as well, estate agency. She's often a mother as well. She's also very kind of brilliant at multitasking, but she's not like the Queen of Wands all over the place. She's not like quick, get that done, get that done, get that done. Get all these projects on the go. She's more likely to be the type of woman that says, right, let me get this spreadsheet up. Let's type in what we need to do here. Okay, that's done, tick. That's done, tick. That's done, tick. So she's a planner, because that's what Pentacle people are. They're pragmatic and they plan forward, okay? So they take their time before they do stuff, and this is what she does. But I feel that plans, with this Queen of Pentacles, if we were to use a keyword with the Tower, are kind of blown apart. This security or this nice kind of settled life for some of you guys, whatever capacity that takes in the reading, has been blown apart with the Tower card, because remember, we've got a fairly kind of, remember Pentacles as well, they are passive energy. So when you get a Queen of Pentacles, it represents a woman who's sitting, she's evaluating. So it could be that something that you've been very much evaluating, Cancerians, with this card. It could be that there is potentially a change. So it could be a change to plans. It could be what you've evaluated has brought in a change. It could be security and stability is now over, because the Tower means to be over. It means something ends. It means a shake-up. So it could be a shake-up in the home or a shake-up to your lifestyle, your particular lifestyle. I noticed that we've got a Queen and a King of Pentacles together, and the Queen of Pentacles is above the King of Pentacles' head. Usually when you get King and Queen of Pentacles in the same reading, that can mean that people are soulmates. So for some of you guys, if you're walking away from a relationship, potentially, or a long-term commitment, with this Hierophant walking away from with this Eight of Cups walking away from the Hierophant, might be that with this card here in the present, that you're taking a break. It could be from a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person, and therefore it might be with the soulmate relationship. There seems to be an ending maybe with that Queen of Pentacles sitting there. So it looks like that. I feel that some of you guys might be, the immediate future is talking about something to do with your intelligence or your ability to be cautious, or your ability to maybe have saved money will bring, or you might have invested something here, okay? I feel that you've been very, very frugal with what you've got, and you think it's bringing in, it says that the Four of Pentacles is bringing justice to you. So that might have been maybe some savings that you've got with the maybe they're going to, savings that you've got are coming up for, what's the word? Mature, is it they're maturing, or something's coming in financially wise for you? It might be some savings are now ready to draw with the Justice card. So it could be, Four of Pentacles often means when you're being cautious with money, but it also can mean money that you've saved, okay? And with the Justice card, it might be that, you know, it's time to take that money out, that type of thing, all right? It's time to take hold of your savings, or, you know, your savings have now earned enough interest or something like that you can draw on this. Justice is always getting what you want a lot of the time. But the brilliant thing with the Four of Pentacles, it's money. So whatever it is that you're drawing justice on here, it's good, and it should be something financial, because coming in, there's going to be something about the home. Could be a move that you're going through here for some of you guys, because we've got the Five of Cups. Some of you guys might be sad because you're moving. Maybe that's why you're taking money here. Four of Pentacles and that Justice card. It seems some savings or something to do with the finances that you have. Okay, there's a completion of a matter here regarding your finances. You might be taking money out. You might be drawing on your savings, that type of thing, I feel, with that energy there. And therefore, what you're going to be experiencing, it could be a move. Four of Wands often represents a house move. Maybe there's some sadness to leave a home here, because you've got the Five of Cups looking towards the Four of Wands. So some of you guys might be sad to be leaving where you are, potentially. Maybe that's why you need the money here. Four of Pentacles. So maybe if money was owed to you, because Four of Pentacles can sometimes show somebody who's holding money away from you, or holding money back from you, or their greed. Okay, so it can be, if there's been an ending to a relationship, maybe for some of you guys, somebody was greedy. For me, the Four of Pentacles, especially if this person was very greedy, they'll get their justice, because it might be what's coming in. You're basically just telling them to fuck off or something like that with the Four of Wands and Five of Cups. If not, I feel that, you know, there's something around money that's coming to fruition for you here, which is good. It looks to me like the Four of Wands is all about possibly leaving the home move. There's sadness around that. For some of you guys, it could be what you're going to be experiencing is, especially if it's a love thing and some of you guys are leaving a relationship potentially here. Somebody's greedy. Maybe they get their justice with the Justice card over their actions. It could be that, you know, with that Four of Wands, there's, you know, something that going on within the home, and it's bringing a lot of sadness in. But I feel that the hopes will be to overcome somewhat of a stressful time, the Ten of Wands, and start to look ahead to the future with the Three of Wands energy, Cancerian. Because again, we've got cards that show, you know, it's the push and the pull with the Ten of Wands. So the Ten of Wands is, oh, I'm really struggling to get to this particular place. I'm really, really struggling. You know, it's a real uphill battle to get to somewhere. But then you get a card that shows the progress again, and it's moving and it's not struggling anymore. So then you get like, there's your struggle. But the Three of Wands says, finally, fuck, I'm out of that now. Jeez. Sorry, I swore again. I do apologise. I don't mean to swear. Sorry, Cancerians, okay? You're finally, you know, we can say that after all of this struggle, your hopes will be that your ships come in. All right? So good things start to really, really happen. But they're already manifesting for you. This is the thing. You've made a start on something here, and it's already starting to move. You've made a decision in March to leave something here. All right? Four of Pentacles, I suppose, because I read cards all sorts of ways. I suppose Four of Pentacles as well could be saying that because you've held on to your beliefs as well, or you're held on to whatever, it brings justice to you, because you're finally able to say goodbye with that Four of Wands and the Five of Cups. Hopes will be that struggles will be over, that your struggles will not be in vain. At least the struggles will bring in something here. As a result, you'll be at the end of a very kind of stressful time, and finally your ships will start coming in with that Three of Wands. The outcome for you, Cancerians, is the Seven of Cups. So it says that many doors are opening to you in the outcome in March. Lots of choices to make, okay? And you've got to make them because you've got Judgment showing here. Usually when you get the Judgment card, it means that you need to pay attention to what your intuition is telling you. I just need to think about that combination as well. You know, it could be that, you know, in the outcome there are many choices that lead to a decision, because Judgment often means making a judgment. If you look at this, The Seven of Cups is about being scattered. So there's a lot of scattered energy there. There's a lot of decisions to be made, but the Judgment card would say that you'd make that decision, okay? So there's a lot of choices here, a lot of decisions to make, but you do happen to make that with the Judgment card, okay? It can also be for me that there are many doors opening with the Seven of Cups, which leads to fresh beginnings maybe with the Judgment card, because Judgment means fresh beginnings as well. So it's a really good reading for you guys, okay? I definitely feel that you're letting go of something on. It doesn't have to be a relationship. It can be an outdated belief that you've got, you know. Yeah, I mean, I feel that the outcome is showing that you're looking at options for removal from the Devil. Can you see that? Because if you look at the Devil card seeks to restrict, the Judgment card seeks to take you from that, and there's the decision to do that. You decide to leave. You decide to remove yourself with the Judgment card. Decision, Seven of Cups, to remove Judgment from restrictions. You decide to leave restrictions behind, and that's because what's coming in. Some of you guys might be saying goodbye to a particular setup, a home, a relationship, or just somewhere that was a safe haven, but it's not safe for you. You don't feel it's safe because you've come to a point where you had enough of something here for some of you guys. I do get the impression, whatever that is. And it doesn't have to be a relationship. It can just be, you know what, actually, I'm sick of bloody well having to do the dinner every Sunday. No, I'm not saying it's that, and I'm not trying to trivialise it, okay? But I don't want to make readings bigger than they are. You know, sometimes these are just mundane shit that's happening. You know, but there is a break. With some form of a tradition here for Cancerians in March 2017, and it's a beautiful reading, very, very interesting to see what comes off that, Cancerians, in March 2017. But you're getting it together, you really, really are, you really are. But it's about letting go of the safety, this is the thing, but I don't think you're afraid to do that. Okay, I feel that if you have done things in the right way, because it can also be for me with this Four of Pentacles that your savings bring you justice, all right? So give you justice. So your savings, what you have held on to, you've been cautious, and they serve you well now, because the Justice card means to be served well, all right? It means to, be able to wrap something up, okay? It brings balance. So the Justice card means fairness and balance. And for me, the Four of Pentacles is all about savings and money, all right? So some of you guys might be getting something, or what you've done is going to bring you balance. You're okay. Your savings bring you justice for me. Other people might read that in certain ways. There might be, a lot of readers have a code to certain cards, this, that, and the other. But for me, I read as an intuitive reader, and I read the cards in how they make me feel when I see them, all right? And the Four of Pentacles is all about holding on to money, being cautious with it. And as a result of that, with the Justice card, it brings you balance. So you're able to fall back on savings. Some of you guys might be able to fall back on your savings. And that's why what's coming in is saying goodbye maybe to a home here. All right. Also, it might be here, the Queen of Pentacles can also be what we save as well. When you get the Queen of Pentacles, it's about security, but there is an ending to security here, which is why, for some of you guys, you might be falling back on your savings, for example, because what's coming in is you're leaving home. You're leaving a situation. Could be a job, could be anything. As a result of that, your hopes will be that this stressful time is over as your ships start to come in. You can start looking to the future, and the outcome is you make a decision to let go, Judgment, of the Devil, a restrictive situation. I do feel you guys are moving out, and I'm telling you, it doesn't have to be love, and it doesn't have to be any of that stuff. It could be if it relates to that, yes, definitely, but it can simply be a certain ideal, a certain tradition that you're in. It looks like you're leaving it behind, and that's wonderful. But it looks like for some of you guys, you need resources to do that, and you have it. You seem to have it in March 2017. Let's have a look at what the Angel card is saying for Cancerians in the month of March 2017. Universe, Spirit, give me the Cancerian card. What is the advice that you have for the zodiac sign of Cancer? What is the advice? What is the advice that you have for the zodiac sign of Cancer? What is the advice that you have for the zodiac sign of Cancer? Show me. Well, that's weird because it says it's not the right time, and I don't know why it says that, all right? Because it looks like you're leaving something behind, or you're looking to do that, but the answer is saying it's not the right time. Let's have a look why it says that. And I don't have a backup for that because that's what it said. So I'm sorry if you've got a different answer from the angels, but I can't change the card and I'm not going to. I've taken what the reading is and how I've read it and what they've said. No way does this tell me that it's not the right time to do something. Okay? Not unless the outcome says that, you know, a choice you make. Because you've got the Seven of Cups is choices. You make a decision on that, I feel, with the Judgment, could lead to restrictions with the Devil, maybe. Not unless I'd have to read it like that. Okay? Can it be that? Alright, I'll just get one more card after that Devil card. I still think it's about moving on, but, you know, whatever. Let's have a look what this is saying. You know, in a way, it could be saying, you know, for some of you guys, I do think it's a good thing if you're looking to move on from something, and I want you to use your own intuition on this situation if it resonates with you. But I also feel that for some of you guys, it might be saying that choices you make could lead to temptation to overindulge in something, maybe. So I feel that you need to just be aware of that as well. But I feel mainly, in the main, it's a good decision some of you guys are making here. But I feel that if there is something that you're looking to walk away from, whatever that thing might be, as I've said, I feel you need to make sure that you're not jumping from the frying pan into the fire, which is what I feel that the angels might be trying to warn some of you guys against potentially. I think for those of you who are, because everybody's different that comes to the channel that watches these readings, I feel for some of you guys, Cancerian, that there's a situation going on here and you're certain that you need release so you can start over. But I feel that, you know, if you're completely self-aware of what you're doing, go for it. However, what I would say is if you're not really intelligent enough, emotionally mature, if you're not mature enough or emotionally able to handle a situation in March, leaving a situation behind, going into something else, then don't do it. Because you might be jumping from the frying pan into the fire. And maybe that's why the angels have come out with that card, not the right time. But I think it's only being said to a certain section of you guys. Okay? I think it's only being said to a certain section of you guys, personally. It says, this is not the right time presently for what you're inquiring about. This answer is not a no, just a not yet. Have patience. Your angels will give you a sign when the timing is perfect. I don't think that's a blanket statement for everyone, all right? But I do feel that what the angels are saying is, for those of you who can't handle a situation, you're going, you know, you can see that you feel ready to leave something. You can see clearly in the reading, all right? You are ready for something here. Maybe your challenge is that you believe that there will be quick manifestation of something here with the Eight of Wands and the Star card, or quick healing from something if you do something. Whatever that case is. Work, marriage, beliefs, whatever it is. But I feel that if... what I want to say is, I feel for some of you guys, if you're ready, if you can handle moving on from a certain situation in your life in March, then yes, Cancerians, go for it. But I feel that if you can't handle it, and you don't really know what you're doing or what you're going into, then it's best just to kind of wait for the universe to give you the time, the place, the signs to move forward. If you're not, don't push yourself into doing something that you're really, really not ready for. No one's going to judge you if you're not really, really ready to do something. I feel that's why the card jumped out, not the right time. I don't think it's a blanket statement for everyone, but I feel for some of you guys who are watching this video and it's resonating with you and you're kind of like, ah, shit, man. You know, I'm going to leave this behind here, you know. I'm just going to, you know, I've made a choice to release myself from restriction with that Devil card. Okay, it might be that, you know, happiness with the Three of Cups is short-lived, potentially, you know, because the Two of Swords is an immediate passive card. It sort of sticks like that, where Three of Cups is yay, and then Three of Swords is no, you know. There's certain cards that mean no. Seven of Wands, Two of Swords, it's kind of like no cards, all right. So for some of you guys, it might be that you want to release yourself from a restrictive situation, You're happy, but then it's like, ah, shit, you know. So I feel that the cards are really saying, when the angel card says not the right time, it says, you know, think before you leap, really. For some of you guys, if you're absolutely certain that there is something you want to do, then do it, go for it. Don't be afraid not to go for it. But I feel that if you are not 100% certain of leaving whatever this tradition is behind, then stay put for the time being and wait for God to call you and tell you when the time is right. That's your reading, Cancerians. I would like to say thank you so much for joining me on Carol's Universe. And yeah, I'll speak to you guys very, very soon. Take care.